Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It's Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it is a new vlog week. Y'all are way too high. I can't reach. Here we go. Okay. It is Monday, October 21st. Because of the way my week went last week, I did not start this vlog as early as I normally do. Therefore, I'm going to put this off a week. That'll all be on my YouTube. You will know that. So this one's going to be a little bit longer. It's going to be from Sunday to Tuesday. Sunday through a week to Tuesday. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So last week I went to Houston. My son had an MRI to see, he has strands, which is a fluid buildup in his spine. The current one is way up in his neck. And so it's delicate. Anyways, right now it's not causing any symptoms. So they discovered it in June. We waited 3 months. We did the MRI this week. He said there has been no change. It hasn't gotten better. It hasn't gotten worse. And so we've decided to wait another 6 months, do another MRI, and see then whether or not we want to do surgery. My husband and I had agreed that we didn't want to do anything preventatively because of the risks working around the brainstem, which is why we decided to wait another 6 months and see how things go. Of course, if we start to see symptoms, we can get things done quicker. I really don't foresee that happening though, so that's good. He did say that this scan was way more clear than other scans, and he was able to see that he does have pretty good margins to do what he needs to do and not mess with the brainstem. That being said, of course, you always take those risks when you do a surgery, and therefore that's why we've decided to not do it preventatively, to do it if it is absolutely necessary. Okay, so, and that's the other thing. We scheduled the MRI for Thursday, which means we drive all day Wednesday, which is why I didn't film or stitch or anything like that. And then Thursday we did the MRI, but the neurosurgeon was out of town and out of the country, or currently on his way back to being in the country anyways. He wasn't there, and so we had to stay an extra day until Friday when he made it in to have that discussion with him. So that was 3 days I didn't stitch this week. I took stitching with me, but my mind was not there. I was stressing over the MRI and the results and all that, plus spending time with family and that sort of thing. So, moving right along. What did I work on last night? Let me see. I don't have it pulled out. I put it up. I was trying to do some organizing earlier. I meant to record last night, but we did the live. So we had the Stitchers on the 19th of every month. We do Stitchers Unite Live with a new designer each time. This month was Long Dog Samplers. So that went really well. And then we did homework discussion last night too. So, okay, so I finished up the stitches I needed to do on Legendary Creatures. I've got most of a Kraken now, and some more stitching on Deck the Halls. So it probably won't be too long before you see Deck the Halls again. So then tonight, I was trying to get homework finished before midnight very quickly, and then I did, but stupid, between service and Facebook's silly algorithms, I got blocked and had the hardest time posting my homework. Anyway, got that done, I think, pretty much. What is this? Okay. So, tonight I worked on, and now I can't post on anywhere because I'm blocked. This is Fireworks on the 4th by Stone Street Stitch Works. And I had, there's more of the firework up here, but I put these blue stitches in and then work my way down, because I was trying to make sure I had enough fabric. Because let me show you, because I'm gonna take this off anyway. I was doing this for something with a house, because it does have a house and a barn on it. And see, I've got a lot of fabric up here above the star and a pretty good bit down here. I'm probably going to be able to fit it just fine, but it's definitely going to leave a lot less down here than it did up here, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't screw something up. So that's why I'm working my way down to the bottom, just to double check. I'm going to put it up though until the next time I need to pull it out. And then I worked on Good Intentions from Kathy Barrick, because this spool of thread right here is something that I collect. I collect DMC and actually other flosses at this point now too. I have a bunch of them, so that's that. Okay. That one I didn't give myself hardly any margins on either. I don't know how that happened. But look how close this is to the edge. That's like next to nothing.
It's 1 o'clock.
It's okay. I'll get it. It'll work just fine. Okay, so what am I going to pull out now? Let's see. So I was finishing last week's homework. It is now 1 a.m. I can start this week's homework. Let me see what I got here. Okay. This is Blessed is the Life by Little House Needleworks. We are going to double dip this across 2 homeworks. So start at the bottom. That's where I'm at. So something that has roots. So there's a tree. Well, there's several trees, but this is a tree right here. So trees have roots. So I'll be doing that for daily 30. And this house has an entryway. And that was that is one of the homework prompts, is an entryway. So let me, the weather is changing and it's causing my head to pound all of a sudden within the last half hour. So that's where I'm at. Threads all over the place, just like always. I'll get that put on a Q-snap in just a minute. And then I have Miss Ladybug. Oh, and this, I don't know what fabric this is on. I'd have to pull, see if I wrote it down. This is on 32 count Lakeside Linen in Vintage Sand Dune. That's that. And then this is Miss Ladybug by Nora Corbett. The lighting is not in the right spot for showing things. So for her, I'm going to work on light and dark. So for School of Magical Stitches, you have to work in a dark color. And she's got a black bodice going on here that I will work on. And then it's kind of the same situation in daily 30. Dark colors, things like that. So that will double dip nicely too. Those almost match exactly. So those are the 2 things I'm going to work on now while I try and catch up on some of my shows. It's 1 a.m. I should be able to get both of those finished before I go home tonight. And then we'll be back at it tomorrow night. So I will make sure and try and check in with y'all here in a little bit. I hope y'all are having a happy stitchy time, and I'll see you shortly. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It is still Monday, October 21st. I did some stitching, and half of what I said and half of something I didn't say. So what happened was I had 4 Q-snaps available. after I took those other 2 off that I showed y'all earlier. So I decided to put 4 things that I've picked out for homework this week on Q-snaps and then put them in a pile and just kind of grabbed. And so I ended up with 1 that I already talked about and 1 that I didn't. I'm a mess, I know. So most recently, I worked on Blessed is the Life by Little House Needleworks. We got this tree and the fence and the flower all put in. This worked for a homework for School Magical Stitches and for Daily 30. So 1 for entryway, this down here, 1 for this tree that has roots. And then the other one I worked on was Guardians of Notre Dame. I did a little bit of, well, you could tell this line because it's darker than every other. I think it might be a different thread. I'm not quite sure. I'll probably leave it. Who knows? And then the back stitching all through here. So I'm almost done with this one completely, and then a good chunk in this one. Then we still have 2 more. Really want to try and get that knocked out by the end of the year. I need it to come up a little more in my options to get it knocked out. Something I did today that I haven't done in a little while that is kind of interesting is I went through and I did my totals for the months. And I don't even remember when the last time I told y'all my totals was. But, okay. I think it was July. So these are my daily stitch counts. And there's a total at the bottom and my average count throughout the month. So, I'll do August and September. August, I did 11,773 stitches. That's an average of 380 stitches a day. And then in September, I did 12,714 stitches, and that's an average of 424 stitches a day. My best is 578 in April when I did over 17,000 stitches in the month. Got a pretty good list going for October. I haven't had any starts or finishes for a little while, so don't really have to worry about that. I updated some of my goals. I'm getting closer. Way to go. Maybe. November 1st, Stitcher Games starts. They release the information on how to play for those of us that are tributes. And they release the sponsor information. So, not completely. Just in the... Basically, it's like dodgeball on crack. And sponsors can... They haven't said how many stitches... you have to do in order to give the tributes a weapon. But they have said that if you are stitching on the same whip as a tribute that a tribute has, you get to choose a bonus of A, you only do half the needed stitches, or B, the tribute gets double the reward. So if you follow me here and you're also in Semi-Sane Stitchers and you know that we have a whip in common, you should sponsor me and work on that whip. We don't have to be working on it at the same time. You have to stitch on it, and I just have to show that it's in my whips. I think that's a pretty neat little tool there. Okay, now let's see. Also, Stitchopoly. If you have not played Stitchopoly, it's kind of a go at your own pace type situation, and therefore easier to handle. It's not working because my phone has no service right now. To look at the saved post. So I know that one of my yearly goals is to have 300,000 stitches. That's a lie. 200,000 stitches. And I think I'm at like 121,000. So hitting that before the end of the year, probably not going to happen. But it was worth the try. There's 3 main whips I want to get finished, which is Foxglove, Autumn Wreath, and Welcome To. I'm not sure about Autumn Wreath. I think Welcome To can be part of the focus or finish that stitch December, and I should get it done. Foxglove only needs the beading, so it'll definitely get done. Just not sure about Autumn Wreath. My other goal is 31 finishes for this year, because I turned 31 this year, and I'm at like 20 something. I'm in the early 20s, but again, December should help that out quite a bit. What else? It's not pulling up because my phone was not in the window. Oh, a page finish on each of my Hades, which, oh man, stretch. I finished a page on 2 out of the 3, and the third one I UFO'd for now. I'm pretty confident I'm going to be UFOing it permanently. Just because it's not what I want. I am starting a new Hade on November 1st. Virtual Stitchers is hosting an event where we're all starting the Hades we recently purchased in the sale. Or some people are just restarting Hades they already have. Some people are just going to be working on the Hades they already have. Just a Hade event. November 1st in Virtual Stitchers. Not live, so feel free to join us. What else? I feel like there was something else. We're doing a stitch-thon this weekend. A lot of us didn't get to participate in 24 hours of cross stitch because of one thing or another, and we have a few people that they want to hit certain goals before they start a new project. So we're going to stitch the heck out of this weekend and see what we can get accomplished. Okay, I think that's it for my recap for this morning. I'm going to put Miss Ladybug on the stand, work on her for about 20 minutes, and then my relief will get here and I'll put it all up. But we'll check in tomorrow or tonight, later tonight. It's currently 4:45 in the morning. I'll be back sometime this evening. So I hope y'all are happily stitching as you're watching this, and see you in a few seconds. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It is the morning of Tuesday, October 22nd. I didn't check in last night when I first got to work because I got on Virtual Stitchers and got to talking, and then I didn't even start stitching till after midnight, and so I was like, okay, we'll just recap at the end. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. I might like the lighting. Let's leave that alone. Okay, oh, I worked on a couple things today. A couple things one of which we've already discussed, one I don't think we did. So, first I worked on Miss Ladybug by, can't get close enough to the camera. Let's let the camera get close enough to me. Hold on. Okay. This is Miss Ladybug by Nora Corbett. It is on beautiful green fabric. I love this fabric. It is Lily Pad 32 count gel blend from Under the Sea Fabrics. I was using it for something dark because the dark colored stitching. I know that she's not dark essentially, but the colors I was using were, and it worked. And it meant that I put some stitches in her that I hadn't gotten to do in a little while. I hadn't worked on her. So then after that, I pulled out Fairy Tale Lands 1. This is the one you haven't heard about. This one I can hold closer. One of the, I think it's the bonus for Cheryl's group, is something with candy on it. And we got some candy right there. For School of Magical Stitches, it is it's on there. It is something. Hold on. Let me get my book. One-handed and all, so that you can continue to look at the beautiful stitching. Oh, water. This one has water because it has, well, you can't see it. There's a whale down here, and at the very bottom is Little Mermaid, and there's all kinds of water. So, there is that. Okay. So, left for homework, we have coming up tonight on Sammy J Stitches. Let's see. We have Tell As Old As Time, Mini Phantom of the Masquerade, Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream, and Lady of the Flag. Possibly. If I can start early enough, I can get at least 3 of those 4 done. But if I do like I did today and don't start till midnight, I get 2 done. I'm a mess. Something else I wanted to show you. I have such a mess over here. Okay. I received a beautiful package from a wonderful friend, and I wanted to show you some of what was included. A lot of candy that I do not have here with me, that I will be enjoying with my kids. The first thing cracks me up. This is like a cloth banner, and it's Best of Aussie Slang. So it says what their word is and their explanation of it. Now, one of the ones we most recently discussed, that I did not know, is not on here, and it's probably a good, I mean, it's inappropriate, so that would be why. But, so, like, a dudder is an unscrupulous person who cheats others. A ripper is a really great thing. A wally is someone who keeps making mistakes. So anyways, it's got a lot of cute things on there. I thought that was funny. Does that say goose? A goose. Someone not too smart who does silly things. That's funny. Okay, so that was one thing. And these are from Belinda the Aussie Stitcher, by the way. One of my Australian friends. This fabric is 28 count linen. It looks like the good type of linen. Called Peeps. From Seraphim Hand Dyed Fabrics by Lori. And it is very colorful. But not in a like in your face way. It's very subtle. This is really pretty. Very subtle modeling. I don't know. I just love it. I love it. I love it. So then we also have this. I need more of this. Because I love this like burnt orange color. This is called Butterscotch. It's a 28 count Lugana from Hand Dyed by Stephanie. It reminds me of the tiger's eye I got for Autumn Wreath. It's kind of similar in color. I love this color. Oh, Butterscotch Cookies. Okay, so I love it. I feel like it's a very fall color. Go good with some fall stitching. We got some pink. I don't think it says what this is or where it came from. It's a 32 count even weave, looks like. That's what it looks like to me anyway. It's beautiful. We got some 32 count Lugana. Bohemian Rhapsody from Seraphim Hand Dyed Fabrics by Lori. This is a sparkly purple that is totally me and very, very awesome. And I think my sister-in-law wants to steal it because she saw it today and was like, ooh, that's pretty. We're working on getting her. She just started stitching again. Right now she's still working on Ada. I will eventually get her to try this stuff, but we haven't gotten there yet. Some winter white 32 count linen. And some other stuff that doesn't have a label. Looks like a linen. Probably 32 count. Don't know the color or who it's from. Then she also sent me some beautiful color and cotton threads. All of these are colored in cotton. So I really like that orange, that dark blue, and this like mermaid color. Yeah, love those. Lastly, these are a couple patterns she had that she asked me if she sent me a list of some that she was going to get rid of, and these two are ones I picked out. And really, these are the only two things we discussed, and then she sends all the other stuff because she's just too sweet like that. This is Tulip. She's a Spring Garden Party Collection for Pixie Couture by Nora Corbett. I just think she's gorgeous. But I have to say she's not quite as gorgeous as this one. This is Cherry Blossom. She's also part of that same collection for Pixie Couture by Nora Corbett. And she's gorgeous. I love all those purples. That is amazing. She's going to go high up on my to-do list once I get one of the other three done that I have. I also, I know I'll be starting Garden Prelude next year and Christmas Eve. I think those might be the only two I have planned. Well, and then probably that one. I don't know. But I want to try and knock out some of the ones that I have before I start new ones. I know I'll finish Foxglove in December. I'm hoping Miss Daggerwing in December, and Miss Ladybug will probably go into next year. It's crazy to think I'm already starting to try and make plans for next year. I want to do better. I want to whip down some and not, but I also don't want to have to limit my starts, so I just need to get my focus on and start looking into what I want to make my goals for next year. By the way, thank you, Belinda. The gifts are amazing. There's one, she sent us several, what they call lollies, which is basically just candy to us. She sent several packages of Tim Tams in all different flavors, but with the candies, me and my kids are we're trying them together. They're all different things that we've never had before, except a couple like gummy things, but so we sit down and we try them all together, and she had this one mix pack in there yesterday, and it had 4 different flavors. It had 3 of each, which worked out perfect because me and the kids could all try them together. My favorite was the cherry rips. It was cherry flavored coconut dipped in chocolate. I thought that was amazing. My kids were like on that one. There was another one that tasted kind of like a Twix bar. Started with a B. Can't remember. And it was pretty good. The Turkish Delights, none of us liked. We all were like, no. In fact, I'm pretty sure my kids didn't even chew and swallow. They just bit off a piece and went, nope, right in the trash. I wasn't far behind them. And then there was one that was kind of similar to a Butterfinger, but different. It was very buttery tasting, though. Really good. So, that's pretty neat. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. I'll be back, or for this morning. I need to pack up. My relief should be here shortly, and we'll be back at it tonight. Get some stitching done, and maybe I'll even have another package in the mail. Maybe. I'm expecting a few things in the mail. So we'll see. Anyways, I will chat at y'all soon. Bye. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy G Stitches. I think I've already said that. Oh well, whatever. Okay, today is, it's the morning of Wednesday, October 23rd. I did not check in last night because I just kind of, I hit a gray area. I had a moment where I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to deal with anything. So I stitched. So, not going to get into it, and it's nothing big. It's stupid. But I needed a moment. So I stitched, and I'm better, and we're moving on. So here's what I got done last night. First, I put in 200 stitches up here on Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream. So this square here and this square here. Well, first this one, then this one, because we go in the diagonal. I'm not in a good angle for this, but there it is. So that was for, let's see. That was for something where I had to just trust the pattern because it's a Haid and you don't really know what you're doing until you've gotten way more of the pattern done. And so it's a little bit of a trust. Plus, I've messed this one up before, so. And then, oh, that also, it's my second largest whip because my first largest, which actually they're kind of tied, but here was my thought. These two are exactly the same stitch count. However, I have more of this done. So it's my first and this is my second. I don't know. Anyway, since they're tied, I chose that as my second largest whip. However, I did work on this last night too. This was for, oh, something with a necklace because the cat has a necklace with a key on it. So I put 200 stitches. So this piece, because it comes off of the other page, was only 70 stitches. Yeah. And then this block was 100, and then I added some down here for another 30. So 200 stitches on Mini Phantom of the Masquerade by Melissa Dawn at Heaven and Earth Designs. Then I pulled out Tale as Old as Time, and I needed 200 stitches on this for something in the word boat. Tale as Old as Time is T. I had originally picked Blessed for that because I was already going to be working on it and it started with a B, but then I realized, I put in my 200 stitches and took it off the Q-snap before I remembered I was going to use it for two things. So I just pulled out something else that needed stitches put on it. So, and I got way more of the M done there. So then, see, this is what happens when I have focus. I've started on my stitches for Lady of the Flag. She's not done. I've got 12 more stitches until I've got my 200 stitches into her, which I might be able to get, but I need to go ahead and record because it's almost 5 o'clock and my relief could show up. However, she will let me put the last few stitches in here before we go actually do our job. So this is where she's at. I've just been random. I put some of her arm, some of this blue, just wherever I feel like working on her. So, and I am working on her because, let's see, I've made errors on her. Let me pull it back off so I can show you. Up here, there's an extra row in there somewhere that's not supposed to be there. It happened during bingo when I was trying to get to the colors I was needing for bingo, and it got messed up, but I already had most of her head done before I realized it. So I'm like, we're just going to add an extra row in her neck, and I'm just going to say, okay. So that's why that. And then once I am done with her, I will be completely done with homework and daily 30 for the week. And then I will get back to just trying to touch on each of those other projects. I don't know if it'll be 1 strand or 100 stitches or something. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure at this point how many of those there are. Let's see if I can tell you how many we still have left to touch for the month of December. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do you really want to sit here and watch me count? 14, 15, 16.
It's 5 o'clock.
17, 18, 19. Okay, so I still have probably a good 20 whips or so. Some of those need to be updated, so I'm not exactly sure, but pretty close to that. I may get that updated this morning too. Anyway, if I want to do that, I gotta go because, like you just heard my computer say, it is 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm expecting stitch email. Probably not today. It's probably going to be tomorrow, I think. So that's all we've got going on. Right now I'm just trying to make it through until November, and then we've got the Stitcher games and we've got Stitchopoly and everything else. So, you know, just homework until the big events start. So I will check back in with y'all tonight. Bye. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It is the evening of, well, it's like almost exactly midnight. You'll probably hear my computer. No, I think I might have muted it. Anyway, it's almost midnight. Got to work, decided to just jump right into stitching and then check in with y'all because I need to clear the Q snaps, but I like to show y'all while it's still on the Q snaps. It makes it a little easier. And that way I can trade them out for 4 different projects. 4 projects that I've done already tonight. But it's because last night I finished all the stitching I needed for homework and daily 30 stitching and that sort of thing. So now I'm back to just putting a strand or 2 in each project. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So the most recent finish, or not finish, but you know, I put in a thread right here. 24 stitches. This is Time for God by Lizzie Kate. It is on, I believe, 28 count Lugana in, I don't remember. It's one of the Under the Sea fabrics, but I just can't remember what the name of the color is off the top of my head right now. So I'll put that one up. The one right before that, oh, is that it? No, that's not it. Okay. Was I Solemnly Swear by, I don't remember, it's an Etsy shop. Fiddlesticks on Etsy. And I added in a, like 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 712 right here in the owl. The fabric is 32 count linen in Knix by Under the Sea Fabrics. Trust me, you have to get the linen to get this beautiful modeling. So that was another one I worked on. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse. I've been having to do a lot of yelling lately, and so I try to sound better. Okay, then we have Miss Lowly Daggerwing by Nora Corbett. This one is so close to a finish, and so definitely in December, if not before then. I put a strand down here in her boots, and then that was it. It was, oh, so on Solemnly Swear I put in 44 stitches. On Lowly I put in 29. And then last, to show you, but first one that I worked on today was Mira Mask. That's what I called it. I don't remember what they called it when they gave it to us at the Mirabelle Minions retreat a couple years ago. Not last year? It was last year. So I put in some of this gray right in over here, and it was 50 stitches worth, and then we move on. So that's 5 down. I said I had, what, about 20 to get updated. I'll have a better number for you after my next 4. So I will check in with y'all then. Bye. Hey, Bandit. Do you tolerate the kitty? Is he sleeping too close to you? He sure looks comfortable. Good evening, or morning, everyone. I was really hoping to do a little more stitching, but looking at the clock, I don't think I'm going to get any more done. But I did get 4 or 5 more done since we last spoke. And I really need to put them up because I have a mess, so we need to talk about them. Okay, starting with the latest, I worked on Fairy Tale Lands 2, and I did the back stitching on these apples until I ran out, because I had a parked backstitch thread there and I just used it. And that was 25 stitches and moving along. So, you see where that's at in its entirety. My goal on this one is 2 pages this year. I finished the first, well, okay, I've still got some back stitching. And then I finished the first page, and then this is the second page. So, am I going to get the 2 pages done? Highly doubt it, but, you know, I'm getting closer to my goals. This is Fairy Tale Lands 2 by Soda Stitch on... I'm thinking 32 count linen and ice scrapes by Under the Sea Fabrics. And it's opalescent. I think it's 32 count. This is on 28 count. Let me see. Yep, definitely 32 count. Okay, this is 28 count Lugana, opalescent Aztec from Under the Sea Fabrics. Where's my clipboard? Alright. You can see I just worked on this. When I'm only putting in a strand or 2, you don't see a lot of progress, but you're getting to see everything today. This is World Postage Stamp, also by Soda Stitch. Alright, and next we've got this one that shows a whole lot of nada. I just worked on the border some more. This is Here Lies My Needles from Shakespeare's Peddler on Hoffman's Special Linen, I believe 32 count. Yeah. So, I don't particularly like the linen, but I think it looks really good for the pattern. But it's just funky. It like shapes weird. Okay. Then we have Mean Mother by Lizzie Kate. This is on, and you know what? I saw this fabric earlier and couldn't remember what it was. And before I turn this over, I'm going to tell you it's Gaia. Yep. So this is 28 count Opal Lugana in Gaia from Under the Sea Fabrics. This is also what Time for God was on, I believe. And this is Mean Mother by Lizzie Kate. And all I worked on was K-I, not even a D there. So, there's that. And I actually pulled out one more because I just stitched this one in hand and didn't worry about putting it on a hoop. This is I Love Fall from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And, like, look, this one's so close to being done. I just need to finish this L, and then these couple stitches here. That's it to be completely finished. So definitely a December finish. I got the A wasn't done yet. I finished the A and started on that second L, and then I ran out of that color. So this one will definitely be getting finished in December. I actually thought it might get finished when I pulled it out today, but because I thought I just had this red one over here, but since I had that, meant it didn't get finished, and that's okay, because that means that much more I get to finish up in December. So that is everything. I worked on 5 more items. Let me double check that I got. Yeah, okay. I worked on 5 more items, and that puts me at just 14 more to put a little something in and have everything caught up to October. And then what? Then what am I gonna do? Just kidding. I might be able to get that done in the next few days, and then when I come back to work, it'll be time for new homework and magical stitches and yada yada, and get us through November, and then get us through October, and then in November we have some big things coming up that may take all my focus, the Stitcher games and Stitchopoly and stuff like that. So, I had the statistics for you and showed you everything that I now need to put up. So I guess tonight is complete, and or this morning is complete, and I will see you again tonight. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It has been a minute since we spoke. It is now Saturday, October 26th. I didn't get on the last 2 days because I didn't do any stitching. The first day, what did I do instead? I can't remember. I think I was just hanging out with the hubby and the kids, and I did kitting. I kitted a whole bunch of projects and figured out where I was at with my already kitted stuff, if I still wanted it, still enjoyed it. Not necessarily planning on starting anything. It's just having things already kitted means whenever I am ready to start something, I just pull it out. So I have a list. I believe I'm at 56. I have a couple more that I have pulled to get kitted while I'm off this weekend. And I'm going to create an album on my Facebook with the cover pictures for those, and then when they get started, they'll just move over to my current whips album. So that way, you know, if you see anything that you plan on starting next year also, I might be, you know, wanting to start it too, could start things together. And then Friday we went out to dinner and to do some shopping, and I bought what I needed to finish my wall. So I just wanted to kind of show you. This is my DMC wall. So that is all the colors I currently have, except I do have a couple more that'll go on the top row. I haven't bobbinated them yet. And my sister-in-law was super sweet and bought me a few of the ones that I'm missing, because sorry, dropped the camera. That's the whole point of the wall, is that, so I have a case with the complete set, and then that's a second set, except that I'm missing some. And this way I can know at a glance what I'm missing, so I can replace it, so that these are ready to go if I empty them in the bobbin box. So I love it. It is so neat. And then because I grabbed these 3 boards in order to when I put all the nails in, I had extra nails down here that I've just been kind of sticking some stuff on. So that's pretty exciting. It also means I haven't stitched at all, because that took me, putting the last of the nails in and stuff like that took me hours. And then of course I wanted to put it all on there. I wanted it to look neat. So that was what I did most of last night. I still have a handful of stuff to bobbin to put up there. But I did get some stitchy mail. Part of the mail that I was hoping to get today, so I could just show you it all, my post office decided they couldn't fit it in my mailbox, so I had to wait till Monday when they're there to pick it up. So I ordered some new Q-snap replacement clamps. Believe I ordered these from Amazon. And at Amazon they're like $5, but I have free shipping because I'm a Prime member. And they do have them for sale on 123 Stitch for like a couple dollars, but then you pay like $3 in shipping, so it's almost as much as Amazon. And I was already ordering stuff on Amazon, so that's how I did that. And then I also got my 3-owl threads nest egg. So I'll go through them really quickly because I need to put them on the things anyway. I get the classic Colorworks. We've got Snowball, Shamrock, Ribbon Red, I like that, Razzleberry, Really Tealy, Plum Paisley, Petite Maison, Perfect Pie Crust, Peanut Brittle, and Nature's Trail. I also have kids. It's the middle of the day. So there's those. I get the Gast 10-yard skeins. So we've got rhubarb, toasted barley, Victorian pink, vintage lace, weathered barn, willow, wood rose, wood smoke, wood trail, and wrought iron. Now she is at the end of the alphabet for this, so next month she'll be starting at the beginning. So if you want to start at the beginning and go through the entire alphabet of GAST, then message Trisha at 3 All Threads. She has a Facebook page, I'll link below, and she'll get you added in there. So I don't have my receipt in front of me to tell you how much. Oh, yes I do. Yes I do. So for the GAST 10 yard, because they have an 8 yard, I believe, and this is the 10 yard. It's $33, and you get 10 of them, I believe. So it's a pretty good price. And then I also get Weeks Dye Works, because I want everything. I want to own it all. We've got olive, parchment, Paris green, peacoat, peach cobbler, Pamlico, Palomino, Oscar, and oyster. I'm sure I didn't say those in order. Something else I always order from Trisha, because I'm supporting 2 friends by doing that, is I ordered the Bindi patterns from her. And so I got number 4, which was a special she did for Stitch Away that she changed up to release. And that's Stitch Always. I promise the kids are playing. They are not hurting. I know they're screaming. But. And then her first reproduction sampler. So I got that too. Very excited about those. So I've been waiting to be able to show those to y'all before I could put them all up with everything else. Okay, so stitching. I'm going to be stitching tonight because we're doing the live and we've got homework discussion tonight. And right now I'll just be running through. I know Cheryl's has released, but I haven't even looked at it. So I'll wait till after homework discussion to decide, and then I'll work on those Monday through whatever, just like I do the School Magical Stitches, because a lot of times I can double them up. So there's no point in starting Cheryl's before I know what School Magical Stitches is doing. Oh my goodness. So, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I was like, can we stop making the dying noises, please? So I'm going to be working on putting a 1 strand into those last few projects, and see where Megan is about maybe starting something new together. I don't know. She has plans tonight. So, I think that's it for my catch up, and then I can put this stuff away and get ready for later tonight, and I'll check in with y'all later this evening to show you what I actually stitched on. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Okay. I did not get as much stitching done as I would have liked. I'm easily distracted, but it's okay because I'm back at work tonight and we'll be ready to go. Did get some stuff done though. I was working on putting 1 strand into things, like I've been doing. So here's Joy, and I added Rogue. I added this part of the snowflake. So I just have the other part of the snowflake, some back stitching, and it's done. All ready for finish that stitch December. On Winter Bliss, oh, this is Joy. I don't remember who it's by. It was in a magazine. This is Winter Blister. I believe it's by Glendon Place. I worked on the swirl, some more right in there. And then I worked on A Brother by Lizzie Kate. We've made the C and the M. I need to get all this stuff put up. My husband should be home in a few minutes. I'm supposed to have breakfast ready, and I haven't yet. Okay. On House Targaryen, I added this right here. Because remember, I got to my 2-page goal, so I had stopped at the end of the page. So I just added on this little bit of this next page. House Stark, I added this line and swirl and these, I think it's just these 3 diamonds. I have about 4 more diamonds going up, And this flower motif that's over here will be over here, and then it will be done. So definitely another finish this stitch December. So that was all for that. I need to get those put up. I also, Megan and I started a new project together tonight. We both received gifts from friends, pass-alongs of an OOP. I actually got mine a while back. I had no idea what I had in my possession when my friend passed it to me. So anyways, together we started Dinah's the Trick and the Treat by Prairie Moon. And this was my start on it. Let's see, it's actually, I call it a cat. It's some wonky cat looking thing. But so this fabric I'm doing it on. This is Changing Leaves, which was the monthly, the fabric, 32 count Jobelan fabric of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics last month. So it was perfect, I thought. I got that started so that we have one more project that both of us has for Stitcher Games. Although she and I already had several, but who knows? I might have opened it up to somebody else. And it was just fun getting to start something with her tonight. So I am going to go get to cooking breakfast, and then I have all this mess to clean up and then sleep because I got to go to work tonight. And I will see y'all all there. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It's Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, which I didn't have to say. Anyway, because this is a vlog, you've heard that before, right? Just 10 seconds ago. Anyway, today is, it's the wee hours of October 28th, about 3 o'clock in the morning, actually. Wow, time is getting away from me. I had to jump on and do a lot of virtual Stitchers business today. I keep trying to decide whether or not I want to address that here. Long story short, the virtual Stitchers has grown a lot, and we're seeing a lot of new faces, a lot of returning people. It stays busy in there. Pretty much every evening you can find somebody in virtual Stitchers, and a good portion of the day even. So, you know, we need to implement some new things, have some hosts, some moderation, some, you know, just housekeeping to make sure that everybody, you know, we can't cater to 100% of people, but we can try and make it as comfortable as possible for the ones that, for the majority. And so we've had to make a lot of changes when it comes to that, and I had to deal with that today. So, I was dealing with all that. I didn't get a late start. I didn't get started till late on stitching, and then, you know, I just kind of went away with it. So, continuing on my one strand of floss journey here, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I need to pull up what I worked on tonight because I'm so scatterbrained I don't even know. Okay. Let's see. We worked on Summer Sparkler Party. Let me see if I can find it, because that's one I can just pop in and out of a... Is this it? Maybe I should have been a little more prepared. Okay, let's go with what I do have right in front of me. I worked on Fall Pumpkin by Alessandra Adelaide. It goes like this, and I added some strand. Well, I started here because see, this goes over into the other page, and I hadn't started that yet. But then it came around, and I've been through here. One strand of black. I want to say it was like 60 stitches that it did. So that is that. Now the pattern in the Just Cross Stitch October 2014 issue is where I got this from. It is orange on black, or at least a really, excuse me, dark color. Anyway, I decided to make the fabric bright and go slightly monochromatic. It's not completely, because this is actually dark gray. I went with $3.10, $37.99, $4.15, and $33.71 for all that. I do believe I'm going to make the leaves green though, but we'll see that more when we get there. So then worked on that one. I'm going to, oh, Here. I also worked on Forever and Ever, and I filled in the light green in this leaf. So that was 40 something stitches, I think. So just a little bit of work, but I love this. This is Forever and Ever by Cottage Garden Samplings. It's part of the Songbird collection. It's actually the first one. This is on 28 count Lugana and Galeen. I'm not saying that right. From Under the Sea Fabrics. Leslie has told me how to pronounce it, and I forget. So, moving right along. That's not part of it. This is not part of it. Where did that come from? Oh, okay. This is where the one I'm missing should be. This one, I don't know why it got pulled out. Or that one. Man, I'm a mess today. Okay. I think I told y'all last night, but I'm waiting on my my fabric for my new Heaven and Earth design to come in the mail. We will be starting that Friday on Virtual Stitchers. First of all, pumpkin. Ah, here we are. And I put in a strand of pink hair on Summer Sparkler Party. This is by Frosted Pumpkin. So there's that one. I think that's all I've worked on so far. Let me... Today's what, the 28th? Forever and Ever, Fall Pumpkin. Those I worked on early. Okay, so that's all I've worked on so far tonight. The next thing I'm going to pull out is Pretty Little Paris from Satsuma Street. This is the last one I have to put a strand in to have everything caught up to October except for Foxglove, because all I have left is beading, so it's just going to wait till December. And Mini Treasure Hunt Bookshelf, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to completely UFO that. In fact, I'm pretty certain. Excuse me. So, since this is the last one, I'm not going to put just one strand in it because it also fits with some homework for this week. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump into that, which is what I got sidetracked with just now, and the last hour has disappeared as I needed to update my book with this week's homework, School of Magical Stitches, Cross Stitch and Daily 30, plus I'm working on writing down the November monthlies. I know School of Magical Stitches has been released. I don't know about Daily 30. It's a process I'm still working on. So we'll be going into November. So far this seems to be working fairly well. So my biggest problem right now is posting my before and after pics into the events, because I don't have service when I'm in this building. It blocks the service. Except if I keep the phone in the window, and that's kind of hard to... Anyway, literally if I pick it up in my hands, it immediately loses service. So it has to be touching the window. And so I'm trying to get better about that, because the other thing is I'm like, okay, whenever I take a bathroom break or I go outside for any reason, I'll just update at that point. Well, then I update a bunch of stuff and get blocked. So I need to quit doing that. I will get there. It's getting better every day. I saw y'all that I started something new last night because I need another project. Like a hole in my foot. So that's it. That is it for tonight. Today is officially Monday. So yeah. So just a couple more days and then I'll be uploading this video. I have no idea how long it is at this point. I need to go piece it all together. But yeah, I'm getting pumped. I'm getting excited. We've got Virtual Stitchers is starting new HAIDs on Friday, and there are a lot of us that are starting new ones. You could also just work on one you already have, Jessie Marie. We've already discussed that. Anyway, we've got some people that have never started a HAID before joining us. Megan, you're gonna join us. Yes. Keep trying to talk her into it. We have a few people who are refusing, so they'll be working on whatever they want. And we're inclusive. We accept all people. But I think it'll be really exciting to see all the hates that are going to be started. I know a few people are starting the exact same one. Party. Stitchopoly starts on November 1st. If you have not joined Semi-Sane and want to participate in a Monopoly type game that has to do with stitching, now's the time. Come on. Race over to Semi-Sane. Join. Also, Stitcher Games. So, you know, you can't be a tribute, but you could be a sponsor. And since sponsors can only send one item to one tribute per day, I need as many sponsors as I can get. So, I'm looking forward to that. So, I'm getting pumped about all the things, and I'm really excited to get into December and finish some projects, because I have several that are just that close, and that's going to be my focus. I'm not focus. So, all right, that is it. I'm going to go do something. I don't know. Stitch, hopefully. Clean up my mess, probably. So, I will check in with y'all later. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It is Wednesday, October 30th. I normally upload this during the day today, but I found out one of my files was corrupted. So, I have to re-film some stuff. I didn't get a chance to... I didn't record the last... Okay. It's all going to be screwed up now that I'm re-recording this. Okay, today's Wednesday. Tuesday night. I didn't record Monday night. I run that group, Virtual Stitchers, and there's been a lot of stuff going on there, and I jump on and I've been taking care of that most of the night, and to the point where I haven't even been getting much stitching done. And then last night I recorded a makeup video and my night for the video, and that's the one that got corrupted. So, sorry about the crinkle. So Monday night, I stitch on this some. This is Pretty Little Paris. I can't even remember now what I was working on. Something soft and something hard. So you got like a soft fluffy balloon up here, and you know the Eiffel Tower is made of iron, so that's hard. So I put 200 something stitches in there. Yeah, I think it was the night I was just really distracted. And then I switched over to this one, and I did get some stitching on this one, and then this is what I continued with last night. Again, a lot of distraction, but I did get quite a bit done. So this is my Haunted Mansion by Tiny Modernist. All of this pretty much is new. So, but this is the one I'm working on for homework, because, so it needs 1,000 stitches. But because I didn't take a picture after my first 100, I took a picture after my first 200, because that's what I'm used to the number being. It's going to have to be 1,100. But anyway. D for so we're spelling out Dumbledore. D, this has doors on it. U, it has an upstairs and a downstairs, so upstairs. M it has a mirror on it. B, bats. L, light. There's light shining through the window. E, I can't remember off the top of my head. I feel like it was something really creative too, and I can't look at my book because y'all are sitting on it. Anyway, E. D, again with the doors. I might have actually come up with something different for that too, but it doesn't really matter because doors works. O, I don't remember what O was either. R was Revenant, which is another word for a ghost, and there's ghosts on these. And then E, I still can't remember. I know they all fit. I have them all written down. Like I said, it's in the book that you were sitting on. Plus, I can use it for Cheryl's group for something with a moon. Oh man, there's a couple more. So I actually may end up with 1,200 stitches on it just so I can do all 4 of those. Because if I do 400, I get 4 tokens. So those are the 2 things I've worked on since I last saw you. I got some floss that I am trying to bobbinate. That's the crinkle crinkle you hear. I'm really excited for Friday because we start our new Haid. Let me tell you about this rabbit hole my friends have sent me down. So I get on Virtual Stitchers yesterday and they're like, Amy Stewart's new shelf is going to be released. Good evening. Well, welcome back. I got cut off earlier because of my camera, and then it took me forever to get things situated. You can see the sun has completely gone down already. Anyway, I wanted to tell you, my friends have sent me down a rabbit hole. I got on Virtual Stitchers yesterday, and everybody's like, Sammy, have you seen, or they said the new shelf from Amy Stewart is going to be released by Thanksgiving. And I said, well, you know, I'm UFOA Mini Treasure Hunt bookshelf. I don't know that I'm ready to go there. I'm starting one this weekend. I'm out. I'm not going to do anything with it. And they were like, oh no, we're all starting it. You guys started. We'll start at the beginning of the year. Nope. Not starting anything new. Nope. Well, I mean, I'm starting new stuff. Just not a new Haid. That'll put me up to 4. And one of those, the one I'm starting on Friday, is a big one. It's not a mini. So I was like, I can't do another one. Plus, I've learned with the bookshelves, you have to have regular or max or supersize or whatever. And so I was like, no. And then I went off and I did some things. And when I came back, somebody else was saying, so you're joining us? I said, no, I'm not joining. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting suckered in. And she was like, well, have you seen it? And I said, nope, haven't seen it yet. So she sent me the picture. Y'all, I'm starting a new Haid January 29th. Because Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart is the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, man. Yep, can't pass that one up. And of course I know I have to do either regular or supersize, which means it's going to be another 50 pages. I may never finish these things ever in my life, but I will enjoy every stitch I put into them until then. I hope. So, if you feel like traveling down that rabbit hole, meet us in Virtual Stitchers January 29th. I'm going to kind of make it a side event. Our main event is just a new start every 29th, and then a bunch of us are starting that one, so I may have them coincide with each other, because we're starting, our official salve for that month is Hawk Run Hollow, so, or Hawk Run, whichever one you choose to do. I'm doing Shores. I know a couple people are doing Year or Village, so anyway, down that rabbit hole. That is it for this week. I appreciate all of you that stick around and watch my videos every week. The few that had commented or messaged me privately and said, where was your video last week? I really appreciate it. And I've actually gotten a message today. You're supposed to have a video up today. So I'm so sorry. I had internet issues. And then a corruption. Boy, it's okay. I'm getting on top of it. Looking forward to Stitcher Games, Stitchopoly, and our new Haid at the end of the week. Oh my goodness. Look for that in our next video. Or my next video. I say our. Yeah. So thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, being the amazing Stitchers that you are, and sharing everything. Oh. I have one more side note. One more side note that I messed up my last video. I was talking to you about the Stitcher friend that I have that, so for 24 hours of cross stitch, I said I was going to put one strand into each project. That gave her the inspiration to do the same thing, to update which whip she wants to keep and what she wants to get rid of. And her Instagram handle is Cross Stitch Angel. Her name is Amanda, and she made it through all 78 of her whips. 79, 84. I don't know. It was a lot. And so many of them were ones that I either have in my stash or I need to find because they're absolutely amazing. So I will link her Instagram below if you want to go and take a look. She put one strand in each of her projects to catch up. And I think it's absolutely amazing. And I'm so sorry that I messed up your name last video, and then took me this long to remember to say it this time. I know, I'm a bad friend. But there it is, and I hope y'all have a great stitchy week, and I will see y'all next time.